What it do, y'all? It's Coffee back with an update, man, into this whole Pino Jumpsuitpablo little blogosphere beef that they're having, man. And the prison sector, like I said in the video before, I haven't, watched it the way that I used to. I used to be tapped in, tuned into everything that was jumping off in that sector of the blogosphere. But some of it started, seeping back into my timeline, and I seen that this was going on, and it was like something we've seen numerous times where like this whole fair use, debates, what is fair use? And it was confusing to me, because the Jumpsuitpablo dude, I did a previous video on it. I'll link it if anyone wants to check it out. But that's this video that these comments are coming from, which I didn't realize this originally, but dude that commented actually like co-hosts with Pino during his streams. So he left a few comments. Excuse me. Let's check him out, see what he's talking about. So first he said, don't listen to Jumpsuitpablo's victim narrative. He's not the victim in this. What he doing was wrong and bad journalism. Imagine if I took your video, took out any parts that showed that it was yours, and then put it out as if it was mine, and then a complete different narrative with it. So again, in the previous video, the Jumpsuitpablo dude didn't name Pino directly, but I guess, and again, anyone, with knowledge of this, been watching the videos, join the discussion and debate in the comments, because I'm not fully tapped into it all, the whole backstory, but Jumpsuitpablo dude was saying, someone's trying to strike me down for, stealing their content or copyright issue. And then I saw some other YouTubers, the YouTube streets had interviewed the Jumpsuitpablo dude, and that was brought up in the whole discussion and debate. So I was like, oh, okay, he's talking about Pino, but he's saying, this guy, Pino's co-host, is saying he's taking out anything that shows that the content came from Pino, which I guess it's logos, putting that the logo. Apparently he's saying he takes Pino's logo out of it. Now, something that I was confused about and I guess still don't know all the way is, are these prison videos that are just coming out from people in prison and then they're both reacting to them? Or are these like videos that Pino is exclusively getting, and I guess we could say in some sense he owns or whatever? I don't know. If you know, comment, but let's continue on. So he said, if took your video, took out any parts that showed that it was yours, and then put it out as if it was mine, and then a complete different narrative with it, that's plagiarism, and have been recommending us to take down his content for months now. And listen, there's plenty of other on YouTube that make millions and millions of views using reaction to our shorts, and we don't have a problem with it. But when you black out our logo, claim that it's not our content, and make up fake stories about the people in and laugh about it, then laugh about you cross the line. About it, you cross the line. So he's saying other people do reactions to their ish, leave the logo in. They ain't got no issue with it. This guy's taking their logo out or covering it. I forget, because they were saying that on the YouTube streets, the Jumpsuitpablo dude was. So what does everyone think about it? And again, it gets complex and complicated, because what I'm trying to understand, are these Pino's videos, or is he just like, again, that he exclusively gets, or did he just use them first and put his logo on it? And then someone, I don't know, it's all kind of befuddling or whatever. And I responded to dude and just said, yeah, the YouTube reaction copyright fair use guidelines / convo rules regulations ish, all confusing, and honestly seems like there's no one clear way it goes. I done seen different ways in different situations. This is like I'm referencing the past when I've seen people come to blows and beefing about this kind of similar conversation. This isn't something new. This has happened with many other content creators over the years that I've seen. You see sometimes They say, okay, no, that's fair use. Sometimes it's not. Like, it's all confusing or whatever. But let's just carry on with dude's other comment. This, I'm not confused. I'm confused at what he's saying. He's saying that copyright strikes and guideline strikes are different, that people always, like he says, and bro, people always mess this up, but there's a big difference between copyright strike and guidelines strike. Copyright strikes literally just have to do with the piece of content. It doesn't do anything to your account. You could literally post that same day. It's community violations or community guideline strikes that can get your channel suspended or taken down. We could have done those to him. YouTube was offering us to, and we didn't. I've seen people lose their ish over copyright strikes. I've seen there's a difference where there's a copyright claim where someone claims, like they say, hey, I don't want to take this individual's ish down. I'm just claiming it and want the revenue, the brethren off it. So I'm confused by what he means there, but he says, and bro, just think about what kind of person Jumpsuitpablo is. Over 20 million views on his channel come from our content. And then when he was asked about it, instead of shouting us out, he talked ish to us. That's exactly what's wrong with YouTube. He's exactly the problem. He could have said, yo, shout out to AGB and Pino, those shorts that they've been putting out that I've been reacting to and making my channel grow too. He wanted to make us his enemy, and look how that worked out for him. So what does everyone think about that, what he's saying there? And is that exactly the way you observed it going down? You know, like, did he have that type of attitude towards them off the rip? Like, just, you know, everyone, let me know your thoughts. As always, if anyone's new to, you know, tapping in, never seen any videos I done put out before, I just like to coffee talk it up and hear everyone's thoughts, whether it's a news story or some ish like this. It's just about talking. So, you know, tap into the convo in the comment thread, subscribe. But I feel like there was another comment. Right, so I found the other comment. I had to go into the editor to get it. It's so weird with YouTube sometimes, man. Like, certain comments disappear. You can't find them, or you find them at one moment and they're gone another moment. You know, it's so bizarre, and I hate it because YouTube does this ish. And, you know, a lot of the times it's like, it's bugged out because people will think you deleted their ish, and it's like, nah, you know what I'm saying? I don't even rock like that. But yeah, here's the other comment. He said, yeah, what's up, bro? I'm Pino, co-host. I just wanted to clear a few things up. I saw this video on my timeline. First off, no one ever tried to take Jumpsuitpablo's channel down. They were copyright strikes, not community guideline strikes. And the reason we put copyright strikes on him was because he wasn't following fair laws when he was using our content. He was stealing and plagiarizing our content. He was taking our content out, our logos, putting his logo over it, not linking to our content anywhere. And then on top of that, he would take pieces of our content and make up fake stories over them. I personally had people who sent us the content in my DM asking me, why the fuck is this Jumpsuitpablo guy making up fake story with my video on it? We've warned them multiple times not to do this, and we've even offered multiple times for him to come up on live and talk about it. And when pressed it, he laughed and said, I've been stealing his logo and I'm going to keep doing it, and he can go fluck himself. I'm sorry, but that's fake as fluck, and people need to hold themselves to a higher standard. Jumpsuitpablo is a fiction YouTuber, meaning nothing he says is true, but it doesn't give him the right to plagiarize people's stories and not follow fair laws and just outright lying to people who are locked up. So that was the other one. He left a few comments. And I appreciate the dude, you know, joining the conversation once again. As I was saying, you know, I'm a type of cat. I just want to hear different individuals' points of views, thoughts, and all that. But you see there, he kind of was a little bit more descriptive about it. And he's saying I guess there's videos that they were sent directly from people. So based on that, that's their content. And this guy put his logos over theirs, and they're saying he made fake stories in certain instances. So I don't know. There you have it, man. That's coming from Pino's co-host. What does everyone think out there about it out there? I was seeing this like saying, man, both these channels are growing, getting a lot of traffic, doing well, and to see two cats going at it, that's no good. Like, why not just both continue to eat or whatever? But this dude, Pino's co-host, is saying that they reached out to the guy to try to, kind of have that kind of symbiotic relationship, and that he shot them down is what Pino's co-host is saying. So everyone out there, have you been seeing the situation playing out as well? Do you think it went different, or what is your thoughts across the board? Because again, this ain't new, so I seen it going on and just was like, man, like it's a shame to see them falling out when they're both eating or whatever, like why not just push on? But according to Pino's co-host, again, he's saying they tried to come to some sort of resolution, and he's alleging that, Jumpsuitpablo wasn't with it and had a fuck you attitude, according to him. So comment on everyone out there who's been watching it all play out. What is your thoughts? Again, let's talk it up. And yeah, that's about it. Sub up. I'm out of here. And I'm gone.